right, all right, all right.
You can't make this shit up.
You can't. You really can't.
This is your host, David. I'm your host, Joel. I'll stop laughing. Go ahead, David. This is all your show.
Let's jump in. Okay, so Florida Democratic State Senator Linda Stewart has proposed Senate Bill 1594 in Orlando, Florida here, mandating a two-thirds majority approval from the Orange County Board of County Commissioners for any cuts in the Tourist Development Tax, the TDT, funding to local destination marketing organizations, particularly those receiving less than 40% of all TDT funds. This proposal follows a November meeting where commissioners contemplated slashing Visit Orlando's TDT funding potentially by $37 million. Visit Orlando, dedicated to marketing the region, received approximately $107 million in 2023 from the county's hotel tax, marking a nearly twofold increase from 2018 and surpassing the entire state's tourism budget. Yeah.
Orange County Commissioner Mayra Uribe advocates for reducing this funding, citing a nearly 69% increase in Visit Orlando's funding over recent years, and suggests the need to allocate resources to other vital county projects. Visit Orlando has refrained from commenting on the bill, and the commissioners are slated to vote on the agency's funding on January 23rd. So let's go.
Wow. So you have State Senator Linda Stewart, who is rumored to be looking to run for Orange County Commissioner District 3, which is the current seat held by Mayra Uribe, and she is up for re-election. So, first of all, we've got a election battle in the works here, if all this is true. Second of all, a Democratic state senator advocating for Visit Orlando to prevent Democrats on the Orange County Commission. The commission is dominated by Democrats, one Republican, to six other members, including the mayor, who are Democrats. She's defending Visit Orlando, defending their funding, and hopefully preempt local decision making from making this decision to limit funding going to Visit Orlando.
I think Linda Stewart's a genius. Listen, Democrats can't get shit done up in Tallahassee. This shit's happening. I mean, they love to take the rights away from counties and states. So, look, Linda, you're a genius. I think you're going to win this race. You're so popular in this area. This won't hurt you. No, you know how I feel, David. This is kind of funny. I can call her a genius and understand what she's doing. She can get this stuff passed. But this is politics, 100% politics. She is going to cut. She's going to cut into the county to make her name known, and everybody knows who she is. She should be able to wipe Uribe off the face of the earth if that happens. Because if that happens, listen, Uribe doesn't like me anyways. I found that clear since I supported Pete Clark, and I've always supported Pete Clark, and what they did there was a travesty. And she wants to be mayor, so she needs to keep this position. That's really what Uribe needs. But the TDT taxes and Visit Orlando lost a brand new attraction that you and I are very familiar with.
Yes. And
that's because they don't spend their money wisely. I don't think they spend their money wisely. Or Roboland would still be there. Or, let's see what does Visit Orlando really. I mean, they shouldn't have fun. They should get rid of it altogether. And I'm a PR guy,
right?
Because we have Visit Florida.
Mm-hmm.
in the state doing more to get people here
Right.
than Visit Orlando?
Well, first for me, I think Central Florida, Orlando doesn't really need its Visit Orlando to market the area, because you have the world-renowned theme parks, Disney, Universal. When I was growing up, and to this day, I don't recognize. I mean, even iDrive to some extent, but I didn't see marketing or advertising for the iDrive or some of the attractions on iDrive. I think Central Florida kind of self promotes itself. Everyone knows it's Orlando is the family vacation capital of the world because of the theme parks. I really don't see why there's so much money spent with Visit Orlando. I don't check the books. I just don't. Don't know. However,
they have a beautiful website.
Yes, they do. However, what's even more interesting for me is the populist point of view or approach that Commissioner Uribe is taking in this, and then seeing Senator Stewart take more of the corporate approach towards this, and I'm like, wow, the dynamic here is very interesting.
This is District 3.
Mm-hmm.
District 3 is going. It leans conservative. It is Democrat, but it leans to a more conservative. Uribe had to play the moderate the entire time she was running for office. She had to play in the middle ground. I think Linda Stewart, clearly, if you know Linda Stewart and her legislation, the senator clearly has a very liberal, and
definitely.
probably too liberal,
Yes.
too liberal for the district. So that's why I say
But she's
genius in this legislation.
Well, her Senate district does encompass the district that Mayra Uribe
All of it,
is
or
the
a portion
commissioner
of
of.
it.
District 3 lies within within Senator Stewart's district.
Correct. Why she has the name recognition, but she's also going to have to.
In her office,
She's also, but it's going to be much smaller than her Senate district.
Oh, sure, yes.
And that's that portion. She has to have looked at the votes in that district and the voter registration. It's a pretty. 1/3.
But however, it's not unfamiliar to Senator Stewart, because this is where she was once a commissioner. Am I not correct in that?
I'm not sure. I don't know much about Linda Stewart's.
I think it's familiar territory for
the senator's total history. But look, I think that this is just a very interesting development, because I am confused. This makes me this is wonderful. I think this is wow. First of all,
it's an interesting dynamic.
First of all, let's treat this like I would treat anything else. Senator Stewart, you are encroaching on the rights of the citizens here in Orange County, and what you're doing is a travesty to the Constitution. You need to keep your hands off of local government, just like I tell the Republicans, keep your hands off local government. Until you have a position in local government, this legislation should be dead on arrival.
In the past, we agreed about the state preempting local decisions, and on the surface, I have to agree with you. I'm disturbed by the fact that this is legislation at the state level that will dictate how the local government, the Orange County Commission, makes a decision that affects Orange County. I'm against that. Senator Stewart is acting on the behalf of, obviously, Visit Orlando. Commissioner Uribe is acting on behalf of the people of her district and the people of Orange County, and hoping that some of that money could be used to address some of the ills that do affect the county at this point. Valid points for both. I lean on the side of Commissioner Uribe to examine if there's a possibility of using these funds to immediately address and resolve some of the issues that are going on, if that need to be addressed. If not, then we need to move on from this particular issue.
I just think this is another attempt to find a different resource to pay for the corporate greed of Lynx. Lynx sucks. It doesn't work. It's worse than any other transportation system, and they want more money. And they want more money for what? Look, David, I'm against both of them. I think that they need to keep their hands off of the funds. If you're going to fund something, fund it fully, and hold it accountable. And look, stop trying to steal money from yourself. Stop. This is ridiculous. On both sides, I don't agree with either one. But TDT money, I have been soft on it because I do believe that it's way too restrictive in what they can spend it on. And if they're trying to funnel it to, another way to get money from the TDT, good try.
I believe there's other ways of funding county projects outside of tapping into the TDT funds. There's always another solution. There's some ideas that I have that I've talked to candidates about. Maybe that'll be presented during the board meeting on the 23rd. But this is going to make for lively discussion, and the dynamic going on between the senator and the commissioner makes for great political theater.
Yeah, well, I think it's great. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of sitting here going, this is the best. You can't make this shit up. Correct. I mean, you can't make this shit up, period. Right. What they could do is they could, go back to one of the topics that we kind of didn't cover. But, stop giving away their naming rights to their stadiums they build. I mean, they do it with your tax dollars, whatever that contract is money that could say.
Need to get some money out of that, yeah.
Look, we built we built the Amway. Now it's the Kia. We built the soccer stadium. I forgot what the first.
No, I thought that was privately funded, the soccer stadium.
We had to make the decision to put it in there. So, I mean, we bought the land. We did. Right. I mean, the portion of it.
I think the land was sold to the private investors.
Well, whatever. All I know is if the Amway is the one I'm really talking about because
there's Camping World Center.
Camping World is another one. Yeah, Camping World's another one.
Right.
I mean, look, you sell, you're renting it out. You're renting something out, and you're allowing your rental property. Hey, can I put a sign on my roof of my home because it's sitting on the outskirts of I-4 and it's actually a rental property? First of all, the government's going to come in there because they're not going to want the eyesore. But if the government doesn't come in there, look, I'm not giving naming rights to the top of my roof to you. It's my roof.
What about naming rights to the Orange County Convention Center?
There you go. Why don't we name it something?
Instead of waiting for, Mayor Demings to retire and name it the Mayor Jerry Demings Convention Center, maybe sell the rights to the name.
Do you think it's going to be?
I think so.
I think it's going to be Demings.
I'm going to have.
I think they'll just go for the. I think they're going to go for the last name,
the Demings Convention.
Because I think they're going to want to honor both of them, and maybe she runs for mayor. Look, you can't make this shit up. This is a complex issue. Please, do your research. Find out where you stand on this.
Attend the board meeting if you're an Orange County resident or a Central Florida resident or business that may be affected by the decision, or a state of Florida resident who is interested in the legislation proposed by State Senator Linda Stewart. Remember Senate Bill 1594. Attend the board meeting. I'm sure the 23rd is going to be an exciting meeting. It's at the Orange County Administration Building, downtown Orlando.
Yeah, keep them there for a little bit, maybe
A couple of days on this issue.
It is a big issue. So like, share, please subscribe. We really enjoy your comments. We love them because they kind of tell us where you are in the spectrum. We got our Informer newsletter. Please get involved. We really enjoy our local government, and this is another reason why, because you can't make this shit up.
Indeed. We'll be at Podfest Expo next week, the weekend of January 23rd, 24th, 25th.
It's the weekend of the 25th because it's right on the same weekend I usually go to Daytona. It's the Rolex 24-hour. It's a 24-hour race, and then February on Valentine's Day will be the Daytona 500. So,
Wow.
yeah, we got stuff coming up. But if you want to know what's going on, go to Visit Orlando. Their website will show you everything outside of Orlando except for running events. So that's what. No, that's a true statement, as sarcastic as that was. But please get involved, and we'd love you to hit the subscribe button.
Comment, like, share. We love to hear what you have to say. Bring your facts, not your feelings, because we don't care about your feelings. We want to have an honest conversation with the facts. Thank you, community. We're out.